Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and at the rate at which this space is changing, the speed is just mind-blowing. And I will tell you that it's very illustrative in the partnership that Ripple announced today. You're going to see a lot of headlines like this. JP Morgan Chase temporarily closing some branches in the Bay Area and beyond. Well, this was announced today, and it's 20% of their branches. 1,000 branches will close, and the hours of the remaining banks will be reduced from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's just so apparent that these old traditional banks in the way they have been doing business is becoming non-essential. Even Canada, the National Bank, also announced that they are going to close their brick and mortars throughout the country for a temporary period of time. Now, what we have seen is an absolute explosion of the digital bank or the net bank, especially in Asia with Singapore, Japan, and Thailand. And case in point is the Siam Commercial Bank, the largest bank in Thailand. You can see here that on the 23rd of January, they recognize these profound changes that are occurring, and they are making the changes needed to keep up. And they did so with launching the Siam Commercial Bank 10X. This is what they call their moon mission. They are going to aim at becoming the ASEAN leader in the digital technology within 5 years. And they have 3 strategic pillars: to build, to partner, and to invest. Yes, they are an investor in Ripple. They did so through their digital arm, and they have an investment fund where they did that. And I can tell you that one of those new digital non-banks that are licensed as an international money remittance company by the Bank of Thailand is DeeMoney. And what went under the radar is back in April 2018, they announced that they were stepping into the Fintech space. Now, it's so difficult to kind of put the dots together in the beginning because it's, of course, much easier to do in hindsight. And then in October 2018, the CEO announced that they are going to launch their payment app via a QR code with the Siam Commercial Bank as a direct debit partner. So you can see how these interwoven network of banks and non-banks are working together. If you go to XRP Arcade, you can see that DeeMoney was on the list of attendees that participated in the Ripple Swell event in Singapore. And today, it was announced that DeeMoney is partnering with Ripple to revolutionize the cross-border money transfers with these immediate transfers at a cheaper price. And the reason why this is so important is because in the partnership, they're going to be able to provide more than 1 million Thai people who are working outside of their country to be able to move money from places like South Korea, Indonesia, Singapore, Israel, the Middle East, and the Persian Gulf back into their home country for just a flat fee of less than $4, $4 US. It is just incredible. So Ripple will be moving that money on their rails, and this is just the first of their 2 phases. Then they are going to then move money from Thailand out. And shout out to Marcus Treacher. I think this was his deal. Now, I want to introduce to you this network of payment providers. So for all you naysayers that say banks will never use XRP, I need to say hello, wake up and smell the coffee, because this is a new era of banking. Do you have any idea how many Ripple partners are in this group? We have RIA, you have the UA Exchange, you have Remitly, you have MoneyGram, and yes, you have the XRP on-demand liquidity partner, Osimo. Osimo is woven into this in a way that is most interesting. So I want to show you how this strong fabric network is becoming so powerful. This is the site of Jetska. They are in Dubai. And yes, they too were on the list of attendees at the last Ripple Swell event. They are the back-end solution or provider that uses that magic single API to their network of partners on a white label basis. And you can see Osimo right here. Now, the company Jetska, I want to explain that they are a company that was formed through a joint venture by Merchant Trade in Malaysia. Merchant Trade is so interesting, not only just a MoneyGram partner, but they are also 15% owned by Sumitomo Corporation, a member of the Sumitomo Group of companies that are including the Sumitomo Trust Bank, which owns 50% of the SBI Japan Net Bank. Sumitomo dates back to the 17th century Zaibatsu. And so for those of you who love history, you'll enjoy learning a little bit about that. Just search on Zaibatsu. So you can see this strong new cooperation that is occurring between the largest traditional banks and the new net banks or digital banks is really becoming a force. So the digital transformation is really sweeping the banking industry. SBI Japan, Siam Commercial Bank in Thailand are just a couple of examples that are driving this tech savvy revolution. And according to Accenture, they are poised to take 35% of all banking revenues in as soon as 2020. So naysayers, again, you need to change your narrative because it's really beginning to sound like 2017 when you say that the banks will never use XRP. Okay, I'm going to move to a new story just quickly. I want to show you, this is Randy Zuckerberg. That is Mark Zuckerberg's sister. She started a new podcast on Sirius XM Radio. And she did a really fun tweet because she had Ashish Burla on her show yesterday, I think it was. And she's just tweeting a storm up about Ripple and said that she has found the Amazon of blockchain with Ripple. That's pretty good. And I just will show you a really, I think, from the heart tweet that Brad Garlinghouse put out today. And it's in regards to the well-being of the Ripple team. They are now working, everybody's working from home, and there is, it's a nice tweet. It's 3 tweets long. And at the end, he says, just remember, no matter where you are, that we are all in this together. And so, yeah, the global challenges that we are experiencing is tough for everybody. But I thought his tweet was very much from the heart and appreciated. Okay, everybody, I'm jumping to some fluff. So yesterday, I think if you watched the video I had yesterday, I was at a coffee shop in Tokyo, and everybody said, wow, so fancy. And actually, it wasn't that fancy. That's pretty typical because there's a really great coffee culture here in Tokyo, in Japan for that matter. Yeah, I've been to a lot of them in Kyoto too, and they're just nice, especially the traditional old Kisaten style, which that is really a good subject for a fluff in the future. But if you want to see some fancy ones, there are some fancy ones. This is Bongen in Ginza, and they are very fancy. So I think that if you are looking for one of those special experiences for a relaxing cup of coffee, you're going to have a great time here in Tokyo. I think that there are some things that come out of these challenging days that are positive, and this is one of them. There's the Enoshima Aquarium. Enoshima is a little island that is just south of Tokyo by about 50 minutes by train. It's a surfing town, and it's a beach town, and I think Fujisawa and Kamakura and Chigasaki, these are beach communities that are just really really great communities for visiting and for living in too. It's very much a sought after place to live, this Shonan Beach area. But they have a wonderful aquarium, and unfortunately they are going to temporarily close from March 3rd to the 31st of March. So far, that is the plan. But today they announced that they are streaming live from the aquarium. And so that is big news. And one of the new members at the aquarium is the leopard octopus. I think they're so beautiful, but they are deadly. However, on the YouTube channel, you can actually see what's going on at the aquarium. Let's see. I stopped it just a couple of hours ago. Let's see if they're still streaming. Oh, that's Momo here. Yeah, so I was watching. They are archiving some of their streams too. So when you go to their channel, you can actually see some of the previous streams, and this one just looks like there's pretty much streaming and having a fixed camera. That's the jellyfish in the background there. But you can look at a whole series of streams and see really exotic, rare sea life that they have. It's really one of the best aquariums that are in Japan. Yeah, let's just see. This is, okay, so here we go. Wow. Look at those jellyfish. Let's see what else we have here. Wow, lots of jellyfish. So what they did is they are streaming and then capturing it and then archiving it on their channel. And they actually have somebody who's talking about the creatures in Japanese, unfortunately, for those of you who don't speak Japanese, but still you can have some really great visual entertainment from a lot of the creatures that they have. Yeah, this one seems to be really mostly with the jellyfish. Anyway, that's kind of fun that they have started that. I really am looking forward to watching more of these. Okay, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.